Hello.
Hello everybody, welcome to today's full moon ceremony. We are super excited to be here with you. Leave us a comment in the chat. Let us know who's out there, who's watching, who's tuning in. We're doing it in a new little setup today, so bear with us. Hopefully everything runs smoothly. We've been doing some little test runs here, so we are super excited.
Yes. We got a meditation today. We got a sound experience. We have some readings, and tomorrow's the full moon as we're recording this, so it's going to be, a powerful experience, I feel like.
Totally. So we're going into the full moon in Aquarius, and that is a really good moon. We're also in Leo season, so all of the Leos are super excited to be celebrating all month because, there's been a lot of Leos that are already celebrating, so that being said, we're going to focus on the full moon, and I have a few notes here. So this full moon is about really embracing who you are. I know that seems to be like the full moon kind of roundabout message, but this month we're going to focus on activating our activism. We're going to focus on activating our inner weirdness and our sense of belonging and our group mentality. So that seems like quite an interesting combination here. I just wanted to make sure I included everything that this moon represents. So first it wants us to connect with others and find other people that we feel like we resonate with. That being said, this moon is also again about embracing your unique weirdness. Maybe you believe something you don't think others believe. Maybe you like something that others don't like. That's okay. This month it's all about really focusing on what makes you you, embracing that and activating that into the world in a bigger way. The other message is to remember that you want to stand up for what you believe in. Activism has been key kind of all year. That's been like another big lesson for many of us is to stand up for what we believe in. But the Sturgeon moon or the Aquarius moon is also really about remembering what you came here for. What did you come here to do? What is your personal mission? What makes you unique? But also what helps you connect with others in your community and create that community of unity and this vision of a utopian or a better world. What can you visualize in your own unique perspective to make the world a better place? That is what this full moon is about, and that is what our intention is going to be kind of going through tonight's ceremony.
Absolutely. And we'll also have time to, during the meditation, you'll have time to set any other intentions that you have for this full moon. And I've been learning recently that the full moon after the full moon is more of a time to kind of reflect on the things that happened during the new moon time, and kind of see what's working and what's not working. Is that true?
Yeah, it's important to really allow yourself to integrate. So you go through a process of integrating the things that you set in motion during the new moon and figuring out what works, what doesn't work, and then refocusing, recentering as the light is shed upon you. So in the new moon, you're kind of in your own inner darkness, your own shadow for a little bit. And when the full moon comes out, one of the reasons people say others get a little crazy is because the light is being shed on all the things that we need to work on, all the things we need to focus on, and how to really bring that in on a deeper level. So the few days after the moon, like the week after the moon, is kind of like an integrating period.
Okay. So we are in the integration period, and for that we have some music for you all, and a little meditation journey, and then after that we'll get into some readings.
Yeah, so I have a collective reading that I'm going to do for that is kind of general for the world here, and then I have a few people that have donated, and if you would like to get in line and make sure that you get a reading tonight, any donations will go towards keeping the network growing and flowing. And we also have a couple other little things that I think we're going to include here. Sila's got possibly a little video to share. And
yeah, I do have a video to share. I'm excited about it.
Alright, so
video.
Set your intention for the world that you wish to see as you get comfortable, and I'm going to let Silo guide the meditation while I play some music with you too.
Cool. Now we'll get this music started.
Grab my water.
And thank you all for being here. just get comfortable. Begin to breathe and relax. And imagine all of your stress, all of your worries and anxieties begin to melt away. Imagine the physical world fading away. You're freeing your awareness. Allow your weight to sink down into the ground. Allow the earth to support you. And now imagine yourself in a forest. Somewhere beautiful and relaxing. And imagine yourself walking around this forest. What do you see? What do you hear? You feel. Just a moment now, dude. Call in any guides. beautiful area. You called in your guides. I'm gonna give you time now to set any intention, any other intention you have. As you set your intention, you begin to see off in the distance a bright light. Maybe it's bright orange or yellow, but you notice that it's a tiny fire way off in the distance. So imagine yourself walking towards this fire knowing that you'll have an opportunity to have a little ceremony, a full moon ceremony with this fire. So imagine walking in this forest over to that fire. Begin to hear it crackling. You can begin to feel the heat of this fire. And maybe this fire is just like a bonfire. Or maybe this is a tunnel of blue flames. Just imagine this element of fire in whatever way you wish to work with it in this moment. So now imagine writing down whatever you'd like to release. Imagine walking through any of the purifying flames. You can imagine anything you wish to let go of from the past few days, the past few weeks, this past year. Imagine doing that now. take a moment to finish your ceremony with this fire, and then we're going to move on to a water ceremony. So this fire you begin to leave behind, you begin to explore this forest. And off in the distance you begin to hear the sound of flowing water. Imagine walking towards this water. And as you walk right up to this fire, imagine what it looks like. Maybe it's a river that flows to a waterfall. Maybe it's a little creek under some shade. Water is very abundant. As it flows to you, so does abundance, so does love, so does health, so does everything that you focus on. So imagine yourself going through this water ceremony. Imagine energy flowing to you. And allow yourself to experience anything else you need during this water ceremony. Take a few moments to finish your ceremony with this water and allow yourself to bring in anything that you need in this moment. Okay, imagine walking away from that river, from that water. And take a moment now to just reflect. Observe any sensations, any feelings. Slowly the forest fades away. Take a moment to just exist in this moment right now. Observing and accepting anything that you notice. Allowing it to exist. And also knowing that you don't have to attach yourself to any of this stuff. We all have a right to exist, to be a reflection of the divine. Remember that you are more than just your thoughts. You are more than any feelings or emotions that flow through you. And it all happens for you to grow, for you to learn, for you to seize your destiny. I'm going to play a final song here that will be a little more upbeat to bring you all out of the meditation and to bring along all these wonderful sensations and feelings. All the wonderful benefits of this meditation are coming along with you. To play a more upbeat song. Just imagine you're coming back to your body now. All of your sensations are returning. Take a moment to thank yourself for being here with us today and taking this time for you, because that's really important. And also send gratitude to any higher power you believe in, to the universe for this opportunity for all of us to come together. And for the end, I always enjoy having a little quote about self-love, because like I said, taking these moments to love ourselves is really important. So hear this message before we end the meditation.
You say you have to start with beginning to love yourself. I think you hear a lot of that in the 80s. And what does that mean?
It means to stop putting yourself down, stop criticizing yourself, stop mistreating yourself. Begin to treat yourself as something that's very precious. And when you begin to love who you are, then you can love your neighbor because you love yourself. You see, I don't think we can really love our neighbor till we do love ourselves.
And is it love that heals, or is it something that happens inside you that heals?
I think love opens the space. It opens the way for you to create healing for yourself.
Begin to come back now. You can move your body. If you'd like, end the meditation by embracing yourself, giving yourself a hug, a squeeze. Just thanking yourself. Imagine coming back as all your sensations return. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, come back. So that was some music, and we hope you all enjoyed that. We're going to play you a video while you return, and then once that video is done, we'll have some readings for everyone.
Yes, go ahead and get comfy and enjoy this video.
I've always been fascinated with creating things. There's something magical about creating something from nothing with your own hands. Meditation is something that's been with me for a third of my life already. It's played a huge part in me becoming who I am today. For the last few years, I've been thinking of a creative way to combine a wearable piece of art that I can make with my own hands, that I could include meditation. I experimented with different symbols, and the one that I ultimately went with was something that felt natural to me. Some of them I bent, others I hammered, but each one gets put into a special alchemy bath that adds more copper, adds more energy, strengthening every single one of these pieces. My intention with these meditation sigils is to help people believe in themselves, believe in their dreams, their hopes, their goals, and to live the life that they love. And so I used copper because it's a very conductive metal. It holds a lot of it. So by having these pieces on you, with you, you're wearing them, you're building up more energy, which is when things become a reality. Someone purchases a piece from this line of meditation. I literally wrap up, I go out into nature, hike, and I go to the river. And inside this forest, next to this river, I meditate with every piece. I charge it up, working with the energy of the land. And whoever receives these pieces then will feel this vibration, this energy of these pieces. And every time they wear them, they hold them, they look at them or think about them, it continues to build that energy and that momentum. My name is Selomon, and these are meditation sigils.
Hello, I hope you are enjoying tonight's moon ceremony. I have to remember what camera I'm at now. Let's see, my chair's turned the wrong way. It's okay. So, we're going to start out with a full moon general read with my light activation deck. So this is just a general reading. Alright, so maybe, can I have you move the camera right here? Because I can't look this way.
Yeah.
Let me straight up move the camera. Bear with us, guys. I want to make sure I feel comfortable. There we go.
Is that better?
Totally. Yeah, thank you. This moon's also about feeling comfortable and not being afraid to ask for what you want. So, it's a good thing. We are getting out of our comfort zones. So thank you everybody for being here. Let's everyone take a nice deep breath. If you are out there and you have some sort of, we got some jumpers. If you have some sort of hydration, grab your liquid and bring it to your heart. And throughout the rest of this evening, I want you to infuse the intention that we set during the sound ceremony into your liquid. You might have tea, you may have water, you may have cacao. I hope you have something, because staying hydrated is important. So, take a nice deep breath. Let's see if I can talk a little louder for you guys. Usually I'm so loud. Alright, so charge up your water with the intention. Breathe it in. Feel it in your heart space. And enjoy hydrating yourself the rest of the evening. Okay. So, let's see what these jumpers are. For the collective card reading, we have, the first card is Awakening. And it says that it is important to make sure you are focusing on things that make you feel alive and awake and growing. What helps you feel like you are going through an awakening? Maybe it's staying up to date on your studies and continuing your personal practices. Maybe it's checking in with others and going to community events, which is a little harder to do in person, but you're doing it here with us in the virtual world. So you're working on your awakening process. It's important, again, to ask for what you want. What do you want to know more about in life? Do you want to know more about your purpose? Do you want to know more about how to help each other? Do you want to know more about... There's so many things you could be asking the universe more about, but get clear on what it is you want to do in your awakening process. Why are you here? Why are you here? Now the next card is Visualize. So we're going through the awakening, and now we are visualizing what it is we want. What do we want? So we did that a lot through the ceremony. We wanted you to visualize being able to be out in the elements with us, having a real ceremony, like going through the fire, going through the water, embracing the walk through the woods. Visualizing what you want is so important right now. I keep looking over here, guys, because that's where my chat is, and I want to know what you guys are up to. So, what are you visualizing? Leave me a comment. What are you visualizing more of in your life? How can you activate your awakening experience in a way that feels good for you? Are you making sure that you are putting energy into the things that you wish to see rather than focusing on the things that you don't want? Right now, with the world going as kind of crazy as it is, it's easy to focus on the things that we don't want to happen. And at the full moon, that's not something you can do. You have to visualize what it is you want and stay focused on your awakening process. Messages from earlier this week from this very deck were to manifest more joy. How can you manifest more joy into your reality? You visualize. Visualize what has brought you joy. How can you call in more of that joy? So the last card for the collective is Ask Your Soul. Well, if you don't know how to visualize and you don't know what your joy is, you need to really sit still with your soul for a moment and ask yourself, where was the last time I felt pure joy? Where, when, and what was I doing? Was I helping people? Was I spending time with people? Was I journaling? Was I spending more time on myself? You need to ask your soul what it is you need. Ask your soul who you are and who you are meant to be showing up right here, right now. Let me show you guys this card. It's so beautiful. It's this heart activating spirit, activating itself into its higher potential. Silo pulled a really cool card out of this deck earlier this week, and it had a meditation that maybe we'll do at the end to kind of round things up. But it's about visualizing your future self, your higher self, your most divine version of yourself, and calling that in. Calling that in. I saw a message that maybe I was hard to hear, so people let me know if you can hear me, because I can be louder, but I want to make sure I'm okay. So, that being said, how are you calling in what your soul needs? One is by showing up here and being a part of the ceremony. That's important. But again, you need to visualize. And I don't necessarily mean write a list of all the things you want, but I want you to write a list about how do you want to feel. How do you want to feel? When you write down things that bring you joy, why did they bring you joy? In a way of feeling, not necessarily stuff. Maybe you want to feel healthy. I want to feel healthy. I want to feel abundant. I want to feel financially stable. I want to feel like I'm grounded, like I'm rooted, like I'm being helpful and witnessed out in the world. What do you want to feel? Drop it in the comments. I want to know. Let's call that in as a collective. What do we want to feel? We want to feel unity. We want to feel community. We want to feel peace. We want to feel joy. There is so much darkness in this world that it is now time to call in your highest joy. How can you call in more joy? So ask your soul. Ask your soul. That's the last card. So we'll go through these real quick while I give everybody a second. If you want a reading, donations get the first round of readings, and then if I have time, I'll go through. I have a few people already in line, so thank you. Again, the collective reading is awakening. You're going through an awakening. If life seems hard, seems overwhelming, you're going through this light activation. Call in the light and allow it to fill you. Visualize. Visualize with that third eye. Call it in. Again, bringing the light down through your body.
Yeah.
And that's the same one. I'm going backwards here. And ask your soul. Ask your soul how you can visualize what it is you need to properly go through your awakening. Sometimes that seems hard. That's why I'm here to give you more messages. We're going to go into the personal readings. So, let's see here. Alright, shuffling. My first reading this evening is going to be for our friend Marjorie. Marjorie made a donation. Thank you, Marjorie. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alright. Ooh, she got the card. Alright, so Marjorie, you actually got the card that is the meditation we're going to close out today with.
Yes.
Sila pulled this card earlier this week, and it is a message that is much needed. It says Vesca Pisces. And what this message is again, what I said earlier. You want to visualize both versions of yourself, the current you now and the you that you wish to transcend into through this awakening. It says that it is important to keep that visual of anything it is that you feel like you need to work on, or anything that you were calling more of in, that you need help from spirit, because visualizing that experience and charging it up. So at the end, we're going to do this meditation, like I said, where you have two kind of energy orbs. And you're going to move your physical body into the energy orb of the future self. The self that you want to embrace, the most divine, empowered version of you. That is one of the big things you want to focus on right now. What makes you feel like the most divine, most empowered version of you? You're stepping into your birthday, like in the next few hours, I believe. So as you step into this new year, you are embracing this next chapter. This is beautiful. So the next card says whispers. It says, follow the whispers of your heart. Follow the whispers of your heart, your third eye, your crown, and allow yourself to feel that higher self really taking hold, integrating into your being. The whispers of the fairies, the whispers of the angels, the whispers of all of the guides that are there to bring you to this next elevation, this next dimension, this next frequency that is your heart song. You are meant to follow the whispers. You're not meant to allow anyone to change who you are, and you are supposed to fully embrace your very unique personality. That's a big part of this collective message and of the full moon of Aquarius, is to embrace your authenticity, your uniqueness, and be the brightest light that you can. Which is funny that I said that because without knowing, I flipped over the third card. It says, let your light shine, which is obviously one of my favorite cards, Miss Marjorie. You got one of my favorites. Let your light shine. It is your shine time. This is so exciting as you step into this next year. Know that this is meant to be a year that lights you up. I'm sure that you have a pretty good outlook on life. I'm sure that you know that each year is meant to be full of lessons and journeys, and you have this hopeful adventurous spirit that knows each year is supposed to be a little better than the last in some way. But this is a beautiful sign that it is your time to let your light shine. Let your light shine. Allow yourself to call that in from your heart, your higher heart, into your lower heart, as above, so below, and be the earth angel that you know you are. Continue to be, I should say, because you're already such a beautiful earth angel, activating and helping others find their way. So let your light shine. Beautiful.
We got a few donators.
Donations. We like to do little happy dances every time we do donations. Yay! Thank you, thank you. So I believe, is Brooke one of those?
Yep.
We're going to go on to Miss Brooke. So
Thank you, Brooke.
Thank you, Brooke. I was going to switch decks, but I think I'm going to continue with this light deck because it seems like it is on point tonight. Alright. Just kind of checking in. Brooke, if you're out there, take a nice deep breath as I shuffle some cards here for us. Boop, boop, boop. Need my list?
Yeah.
Alright. General read for Miss Brooke. Alright, so we got 3 cards here. It feels like there's 4, but there's 3. Alright, Miss Brooke, the first card you have is channeling. Look at this card. It says that it's important for you to know that though you might feel like you're in chaos right now, you are downloading a channeled information or a channeled chapter of information to your next big move. So allowing yourself to channel through. It's going to be really key for you to sit down and take some time for yourself and to allow yourself to feel more connected with the beings that guide you. And I get this feeling that you have a lot of ancestors that really love to guide you and that want to push you in the right direction. And when you make these choices, sometimes you have to make choices very quickly and you are pretty much always on the move. It's important to know that you are being helped and guided along the way. That being said, it's going to be important to take time, which is funny because we got the next card, which is meditation. So you really, really need to spend a lot of time in meditation. I believe this is something you already do, but if you feel like you've been spending maybe too much time kind of being still, or maybe you haven't had a chance to do your normal meditating, it's key that Spirit is telling you that that is a big part of your awakening right now. So going back to the collective message of awakening and asking your soul what you need time for channeled information to come through during your meditation. It's saying that I can give you information and I can help guide you through the card readings, but you personally channel a lot, not only for yourself, but for others. When you take that time, you're a portal for information to come through and you help guide others with that love. That being said, your third card is reminding you to stay balanced. If there's this fear of anything that may be going wrong, or maybe you made some wrong choice in the either recent past or the near future that's going to affect you, know that nothing has gone wrong. You've got the card that says nothing has gone wrong. Even if it feels like everything is going wrong for any which reason, know that nothing has gone wrong. You are being divinely led. You've made choices for a reason, and even if they don't make sense now, you are on a mission, and you know that you're on a mission. You don't always know what the next step to that mission is, but you know that you're on a mission and know that nothing has gone wrong. And as far as your next step, it's going to be really important to just really meditate. Now, I felt guided to pull one from my other deck for you because it seems like we need a little bit of closure to this message of what's your next step. It says focus on your shadow. Release the shadow and pass the staff, the baton, the power stick, the talking stick, whatever that is, from your shadow to your light. And allow yourself to feel illuminated. This could be something you've been working on from the new moon to the full moon. I often say this is from the moon to the sun, but this feels like it's something you've been working on from the new moon to the full moon. Release the shadow and allow the light of the moon to guide you and illuminate you. So that is my reading for Miss Brooke. Alright. Gonna keep on going here. Do we have any other donators? Alright, Miss Sarah. Getting Sarah in here.
Thank you, Sarah.
This is my happy dance. I was focusing and calling in her energy. So, Sarah, wherever you are, take a nice deep breath.
Spirit fingers.
Spirit seal there. Pop it in. Alright. Alright. Take that in. Allow yourself to feel connected. Boop, boop. Oh. Alright, Sarah. We're going to start here, and you might get an extra card too, because your first one says soul writing. Soul writing. So this is saying that it's really important for you to sit down and journal or to release the things that are on your heart. So I know that you are somebody who feels, and you feel very deeply. And it's going to be really important to decompartmentalize those feelings and understand them. This is something me and you have been working on for a little while now with the Chakra Challenge. But here it says soul writing. If there's a question that's deep in your heart right now and you're looking for an answer, this deck is guiding you to write a question to the angels and allow the angels to flow back. It may sound weird at first, but be like, okay, angels, I want to know how I can, better my health. And then just kind of free flow and be like, hi, Sarah, the angels say, and then flow with whatever feels like it's coming from your heart. Earlier I did this for myself and channeled some Archangel Michael energy, and it was really powerful, and I enjoy being able to go back into my journal and look at those messages, because sometimes we'll hear it, we'll feel it in our heart, but if we don't write it down, we forget the message of what we are supposed to be working on. That being said, through these soul writings, this can also be poetry, this can be music, this can be all kinds of things. So find a way to release those feelings through your soul writing. That being said, you got 2 cards we've already seen tonight, which is confirming that we are on a collective mission here right now to go through the awakening, and that though I'm here to give readings, many of us are meant to be channeling and focusing on that. So I'm going to show you both your cards. You got the awakening card from the collective reading and the channeling card that Brooke just had. So I'm going to kind of reaffirm those messages for us all. If you were here, you're still listening to these messages, there's something in this for you, and I think that we would all benefit from this. So to go through our awakening on a deeper level, we need to sit down and go through some channeling practices. If you're unfamiliar with channeling, Selomon actually did a course recently on divine channeling, how to use creative expression to get through that. You can either check out his course, or I believe he has something in the Meditation Guild that really discusses channeling on a divine level. Didn't you do a little challenge before the...
Yeah, there's a series at the top. I think it's in the announcements on the Meditation Guild on Facebook.
So if you need some divine channeling exercises, check out the Meditation Guild. Maybe Silo can share that in the Bring Me to Life community when we're done. I'll try to remind him. And get yourself connected. Soul writing is part of that. Soul writing is a part of that experience, allowing yourself to feel the guided message come through your fingertips. Our fingertips are magical. That's why in movies magic comes from our hands or goes through our hands to a wand. There's this magical ability when you write things out that helps manifest those feelings and emotions to either release or come to you. So make sure that you are channeling that. Just kind of pulling cards here. I'm going to pull one more since you had 2 cards that we've already seen. And Marjorie, I feel like that's a message for you too, and I think it's something you already do a lot of, is to make sure that you're getting your writing in. And Sarah, your collective card from your card from the Psychic Oracle is the waiting game. So if there's something that you've been waiting on, make sure you channel some guidance, work through the emotions, and know that everything's happening in divine order. And Marjorie, while you're here, I would like to pull you one from this deck too. We'll just continue to go with the light deck, and I'll pull one for each person. So Marjorie, I hope you're still out there. I'm pulling one more card for you, friend. Alright, Marjorie, so your card from the Psychic Oracle Tarot is Firm Foundation. So you are meant to continue building your firm foundation. So through this next year, kind of focusing on that foundation that you've built and continuing to build upon it is going to be really important. So I wanted to make sure you got a message from this deck as well. All right. So we had Marjorie, we've done Brooke, we've done Sarah. Should I continue down my list?
Yeah, unless if you know anybody from your Venmo.
Let's see here. Let me just check. Alright. I'm just checking all the places. I want to make sure we get everybody included.
Check all the places.
If you've made a donation and you know it, clap the
hands.
chat. Type the chat. If you've made a donation and you know it, type the chat. Alright. I think we are getting caught up here. So I have a couple more from previous donations I want to keep going through. We've got Miss Molly. I'm not sure if CeeLo is keeping track of times for me, but that'd be helpful. Shuffling and shuffling and shuffling. Alright, I got it.
105.
Alright, Molly. Let's see here. Miss Molly, we're going to start doing some quick reads here for previous donators. We've got Inner Voice, which says that it's really important for you to follow your guides that are inside of your heart. You have this inner voice that is guiding you, that is supposed to be inspiring you. And sometimes you may push it to the side because you're not necessarily sure if it's your intuition or if you're making it up. And it's saying to follow that inner voice and to activate your throat chakra and to make sure that you are connecting and communicating clearly. Your next card is a card that we've discussed earlier this week if you've been watching my daily videos. For those of you who don't know, I've been doing daily videos on my Facebook wall. CeeLo and I are part of a 365 challenge where we go live somewhere on the internet each day for a few minutes. And we sometimes share inspirational things. At least a few minutes.
So this one's been longer. I counted this one as my life today.
I completely understand. So in those videos, sometimes we will be doing sound ceremonies, sometimes I'll be playing my drums, sometimes I do readings, I talk about different topics. If you'd like to give me a topic for those, let me know. But we talked about this card earlier this week, and it is joy. It's all about accessing and embracing your joy. And I've been talking about it tonight because it's so important. There is so much darkness in the world that we need to release and transcend into joy. That does not mean spiritually bypass it and not acknowledge our feelings. It's okay to feel things other than joy, but try to call in more joy to your life and into others. By doing so, you can focus on some of your lower chakras. Get grounded, get confident, get connected. Release any guilt or shame and fear, and you'll be able to bring in more joy to your life. And your last card again is grounding. So again, that just reinforces the message that focusing on those lower chakras is going to be really key for you. Release any fear, any guilt, any shame, and call in your most divine self so that you can live a life that you are proud of. Again, if you want some deeper messages on those are actually two of those are cards I pulled earlier this week where I did a whole video on my Facebook wall, which you can find at Shannon Shine on Facebook. Alright, so now we're going to move to our friend Rita Rose. Let me write down what time we at.
It is 1:08.
Awesome. Rita Rose. Rita Rose is a musician that I really enjoy. You should check her out. Boop. 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 Alright, so again, apparently we have some themes. You got the channeling card, which if you've been watching the rest of this video, we already discussed. I know you're probably watching replay, but if not, thanks for being here. So your card says channeling. It means to, again, focus on the messages that you are being sent through your heart. Being a writer, being a musician, you probably get a lot of those messages, and it's going to be really important to embrace them, write them down, and share them. Allow others to know these messages of channeling through you. That way you can serve the world in a bigger way. You've had a lot of really inspirational messages that have helped guide me, and I know many others that listen to your music in a way that gives us hope and shows us that we're not alone in the feelings that we have. So continuing to channel the messages of hope and of guidance for yourself and for others, but most importantly yourself. That being said, they're going to lead you through a transformation, which is the next card you've got here. Transformation. Allow yourself to go through the transformation. You are allowed to be whoever you want to be. You don't have to feel like you are stuck being something that others are trying to conform you into. It is so important to be who you are. Remember who you are, and to shine your light so bright that it inspires others to shine with you. That being said, from your transformation, you will reach a higher dimension of enlightenment. When you are able to be your full self, your most divine version of you, and you do not allow others to affect you, to block you, to take your energy and your power from you, you are able to reach a deeper form of enlightenment. When you release all attachment to what no longer serves you, what you don't need, this expectation of others or yourself, you are able to move forward into a deeper form of enlightenment. So that is my quick read for Miss Rita. I'm gonna keep on going here. My next one is for Miss Mooney. Quick read for Miss Mooney. Alright. You guys see me shuffling these, but we got some themes going on. So, Mooney, I know you wanted to focus a little bit on school. And your message is that you want to, again, we got the Vesica Pisces, which we're going to end this evening with a little meditation on this. But this is, again, a reminder that you need to focus on who you want to be. So going through your school process, where do you want to be? How do you want to show up? How do you want it to end? Not what could go wrong, not how is this going to be possible. I know there's a lot of fear in going back to school right now and embracing the changes that are really happening for so many as students, whether you're going through virtual learning, whether you're going back to campus, things like that. But you need to embrace this powerful version of you and know that you want to stay healthy, know that you want to be protected, know that you want to connect with the angels on a deeper way. And it says that through this meditation, through meditating with the Vesica Pisces energy, the energy of embracing this new you, this activation of this new you, you're going to get a lot of this through meditation. And I know that for many of us, there seems like there's not enough time right now. It's like there's so much happening. It used to be the great pause. Now we're in the great rebirth. And birth is something that there's a lot of things happening all at once. You're trying to push out this new version of you, and it's coming out screaming and grasping for air, and you've got to find a way to breathe. Find a way to breathe, and to do that is a great way through meditation. A great way to do that is through meditation. Channeled that a little jumbled there. So a great way to be able to breathe is to sit down and remember that everything is going to happen in its own divine time. And if you try to rush through it, if you think you don't have enough time, then you're manifesting that. You're putting that in your mind. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. And you have to meditate and breathe through it. And remember that nothing has gone wrong. So you've gotten 3 cards we had earlier this evening in 3 different readings. Nothing has gone wrong. That's something I think that's really important for all of us to remember right now, is though it feels like the world is all wrong, nothing is going wrong. There is something that is happening out there on a more cosmic level that is bringing us to a new earth, that is bringing us to a new way of being and allowing us to embrace through the awakening who we are meant to be. Who are we meant to be? Thanks.
Yep.
Everybody take a drink. Get hydrated. Everybody get hydrated. Alright. So, I'm going to keep going.
Okay.
My next one is for Sadie. Miss Sadie. I'm really excited. If you are in the Michigan area, you should check in with Sadie. If you don't know who I'm talking about, send me a message because she's going to be opening a new shop soon. Really excited for her. I'm shuffling the cards to see what they say. Quick read for Miss Sadie. Alright. Well, the first card is pretty great.
114.
Oh, yep.
Sorry. Why can't go on?
That's okay. I don't have Mooney's time, but we'll find out. Expansion. The first card from Miss Sadie is expansion. This is great. I literally just said you were opening a new store. So you are expanding your opportunities. You are expanding your life. You are expanding your reach and allowing yourself to be able to find more people and for more people to be able to find you. This is amazing. This is a confirmation that you are on the right path and that this is a move that you are meant to be making. Great job. Something else that's important for you to focus on is variance. So going into this new opportunity, make sure that you are using variance. And to me, that means embracing different paths, not putting all your eggs necessarily in one basket, and allowing yourself to really embrace this next chapter with open mind and with the ability to know that you're going to have a lot of different things coming at you at once. And I just want to look here, make sure there's nothing I'm missing in this message, because this is a card I haven't seen yet in this deck, and now I'm intrigued. So variance. Let's see what it says here. It says that though you may not feel like yourself, you are embracing this new version of you. The same things are coming, but you may be seeing them differently. Allow your emotions and reactions to come because they are a combination of your thoughts and your soul's new algorithm. And when you don't embrace them, things begin to not align. So don't feel wobbly. You're allowed to feel grounded. When you have the same perspective as your soul, things feel right. You may have differing perceptions of ego and soul right now. So maybe there's this little bit of nervousness, which totally makes sense if you have a little bit of nerves going into this new opportunity. You're taking on a lot. And it's saying to allow yourself to change. Allow the different variances, the different instances, the different opportunities to integrate into you and focus on the one you want to call in. What do you want to call in? Don't worry about what could go wrong. Instead, worry about what could go right. Something that's going to be really important for you to incorporate into your new existence is lots of color, which I feel like you already do. You're one of my soul sisters out there that loves color, loves just incorporating different layers. You have many colorful scarves, if I remember correctly, which is one of my favorite things to collect as well. But you want to incorporate lots of color into your life. Color is going to help you feel more awake. It's going to help you feel more activated. It's going to help you feel more aligned. So make sure you continue to embrace lots of color and variance through this expansion. Allow that expansion to really give you life. So that being said, we're going to keep on going here. My next one, which might be one of my last ones, I think. No, we have a couple more.
No, I just gonna time it.
Alright, my last one here is going to be for Orion. Orion watched one of my episodes. I've been calling them Soul Shine episodes, my daily Facebook feeds. Soul Shine episodes. Because I've been doing just kind of like soul sessions. Wanted to embrace them. He watched one earlier this week and said he would like a reading. So, you've got Inner Voice, which is a card we received earlier this evening. If you didn't catch it, it's a reminder to follow the voice in your heart and to find the deeper meaning. The deeper meaning. So if you have this inner voice in your heart that is showing you all kinds of synchronicities, all kinds of guidance, all kinds of links to things, follow that voice and say why. What is the why? Get the message and take action. Follow your inner voice. Don't just say, oh, this is a coincidence. Ask your voice, why is this coincidence? Why is this happening? Again, we got the joy card. This has been such a beautiful card to see so many times this week. Focus on your joy. So if you are getting synchronicities, you're getting this inner voice message, you're getting this guidance, you want to ask yourself, What can I do through this message, through this inner voice, through this activation, through this knowing, to bring in more joy to my life? How can I bring in more joy to myself and others? And continue to focus on that, because that is a big part of your mission, is to find ways to bring joy to the world. And your last card, Orion, is sensitivity. Embrace your insensitivity. Allow yourself to feel grounded, feel connected, feel protected. And you got the red rose, which is a reminder that you have guardians and angels that want to help you. And it's really important to follow the messages of the angels that wish to guide you, and to use those messages and that guidance and those downloads with your throat chakra. So use your voice for good, positive things and messages of guidance, and channel the guidance. Channeling has been a really big message this evening as well. I think 4 or 5 people got that card, to channel the inner messages. And yours is one of sensitivity, and is supposed to help others with sensitivities. So that's the last personal read. I'm going to pull just one more card, I think, for anyone who's out there that maybe didn't hop on my list. I feel like there's somebody watching that needs one more card. Maybe we all do. Let's see what it is. I believe, I saw someone in the chat say in Michigan, I believe they're in Kalamazoo. They're going to be opening a store in Kalamazoo.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm. Told you about it.
Shout out to Kazoo.
Oh, well, I meant to only pull one card, and then Sila started talking to me, and I pulled 3. Haha. So this is for whoever's out there that feels like you still need a message, feels like you hopped in and you didn't get to hear the first collective message. Maybe we just all need this. We need another reminder that nothing has gone wrong. So this card has shown itself multiple times tonight. Constant confirmation. Nothing has gone wrong. How many times do we think everything's gone wrong and we're not sure why things are happening? I know that I think that a lot. So this is a good card to be like, okay, nothing has gone wrong. We are all in constant alignment, which is the next card. Constant alignment. Feel into what your soul needs right now. Allow the sword of Archangel Michael to protect you and to ignite your mission. Feel protected and feel shielded as you go into the new world, allowing yourself to be your authentic self. Who are you? Who are you meant to be? What is your message? Why are you here? Because the last card of the evening is authentic truth. What is your authentic truth? What do you have to say? What are you out here to do? What is your why? And how can you share that? What is something you've been going through? How can you make your mess your message and inspire others to be the best version of them they can be? That is your authentic truth. By being the best version of you. Being the best version of you and inspiring others to do the same. And that's what this moon is all about. The Aquarius moon is all about being your unique self and activating your community in a way that you can bring each other together. You can lift each other up and know that there's not competition. There is community. There is unity. There's love. There's connection. That is what we need more of in this world. That is what we need more of in this world. So I've been really honored to do readings for those of you that have showed up. And I am excited to do this meditation with all of you. I think Seal's going to lead us.
Yeah. I'll get myself on camera here in a second.
While he gets comfy, or while he gets ready, everyone else get comfy. And breathe that in. If you have your liquid that we charged up with intention earlier, allow yourself to integrate that as Silo gets in here with us. Let's see if I can get you in more.
Alright, that's good.
There you go.
Transition. Boom. Here I am. Hey, everybody.
What are you doing?
Still here. I'm still here. I was here the whole time and you didn't even know it. This camera out of the way. Or the microphone, actually. Cool. I'm going to switch up the music and then we'll get into this meditation. Okay, so make sure that you're relaxed. You can close your eyes. Begin to breathe deeply. we're going to do a meditation on the Vesica Pisces, which is a symbol that shows us how consciousness can split. It can know itself in different perspectives, which expands life. The Vesica Pisces is the basis of the seed of life and the flower of life. And no matter how many times it grows, there's always a link back to itself. So with your eyes closed, imagine that you're sitting in the middle of a circle. And this circle contains your eternal life, your consciousness, the path of your soul. When you decide to come to Earth to play in this physical world, you created another circle. So imagine another circle appears next to the one that you're sitting in right now. And this one represents your physical self. And part of this circle overlaps the first one, so that there's a little cross section. So imagine that you sit in the center of this overlap, the part where the two circles come together. Feel your soul, feel your body at the same time right now. Imagine yourself being aligned, feeling in balance, feeling love in your heart, and enlightenment in your mind. Feel how free and peaceful you are right now. Take a few more moments to be in this beautiful space that you've created. As we come back, we're going to connect with our breath. And imagine that when you do come back from your body, you are being rebirthed through the cosmic womb that is this Vesica Pisces, that is this overlap in the circles. And each day we enter this world through this cosmic womb. Come back now to your center. Breathe and feel yourself returning to this physical world, to your body, to the moment. Reconnect with all your senses. And as you come back, think of these questions. Where would you like your life to go from here on out? Take a deep breath in, stretching your body, your toes and fingers if you need to. And as you exhale, you can smile and gently open your eyes and return from that short meditation. Thank you all so much for being here with us tonight.
Yeah, we're
Sharing
so
space.
Grateful. So grateful that you're here. If you enjoyed this event, we hope you check out future moon ceremonies and
Yeah.
consider joining us on Tuesdays for the podcast.
Tuesdays 8 p.m. bringyourlife.com/podcast.
That's Eastern time. So
Yeah.
if you enjoy connecting with us, we talk about different topics, things that have happened in our lives. Sometimes we have people on. Last week we had a really great episode with our friend Jahendo from Guatemala, who has a permaculture farm. So if you have ever wondered what it's like to live in Guatemala with the earth, check out that podcast. I also did some Amazing Awakening with the Girls podcast recently, and there's a lot of cool stuff to check out around the website. So if you're watching us at bringmetolife.com, click around, find some of the other content, and we just hope you enjoy and continue to join us in the future.
Thank you all for waking up.
And shining on.